But even when you're at the top of your game, you can always shank one.
Happy Gilmore sucks?
Oh, eat a bag of...
Happy Gilmore 2. Show after 29 years again changed the first film all the way back in 1996. Happy Gilmore is finally back with a sequel on Netflix. Now I want to say that I did watch the first Happy Gilmore, but however, since I watched it a very long time ago, I don't remember that much about it. So while I hesitate to say that the movie's bad because of that, it's just that I don't remember it's just that I don't remember everything about the first movie. But having watched from my expectations for this movie, that doesn't mean that I have no hope that this movie could be good. And sure, while I am not expecting this movie to be a masterpiece, maybe there's a chance that this movie could be decent and maybe even quite an enjoyable film. So now that Happy Gilmore finally has a sequel, will this movie make me as happy as Happy Gilmore? Oh, does this movie suck at golf? Well, let's find out. And also spoilers for anyone who is in this movie. So now let's talk about the story. When it comes to the story itself, it is exactly what you expect from a modern Happy Gilmore sequel. Well, it's about Happy Gilmore who hasn't played golf in a while and has a family, but however who does very expensive. So Happy Gilmore needs to play golf in order to have enough money for the daughters ballet.
I haven't swung a club in years.
So now I want to say that the biggest problem with the story is that the writing is generally it's generally very weak and can make the film quite predictable. And not to mention that the pacing in this movie can also be sometimes slow, and also the comedy in this movie is a very mixed bag. Even though there were some moments that did make me laugh, there were also some jokes that fall a bit flat. However, that doesn't mean that everything about the story is bad. Well, actually, not really. Since there were some things about the story that can be considered enjoyable. But however, when it comes to the entire story itself, sure, while it's definitely not the worst story for a golf movie, it is still just weak. So now let's talk about the visuals. And when it comes to the visuals, now even though the writing may be weak, That doesn't mean that the visuals in this movie are all so big. In fact, the visuals in this movie are actually quite great. So now let's start with the color palette. Where it looks, where it does look good. And also the backgrounds do look at least nice. And also there is also a scene in the movie where Happy Gilmore has some kind of dream, and it actually does look quite funny, and also by the way, since this movie is about golf, there were surprisingly a bunch of golf scenes in this movie, and they actually look very fun to watch, and can make the film at least somewhat engaging. But however, if I have to give one nitpick about the visuals, is that since there were very little CGI and effects, it doesn't make the film look that impressive. However, that's just a small nitpick, and while this isn't the best visuals in a movie, the visuals in this movie are still great. So now let's talk about the characters. When it comes to the characters, they are honestly not that great. So while I hesitate to say that they are terrible, it's just that not all of them are amazing. So now let's start off with the main character of the movie, Happy Gilmore, who is the protagonist, who hasn't played golf for a while.
SpongeBob? What is that? What's with the beaver teeth?
And there was also the kids of Happy Gilmore, such as the boys, and Happy Gilmore's the daughter who knows how to dance ballet, and there is also the uncle who tries to help Happy Gilmore in winning in golf.
Come on, brother. Grip it and rip it.
And there is also Happy Gilmore's wife who died a very long time ago.
Let them see the happy I fell in love with.
And as for the other characters, there were also the sweet guys, including a black person, a woman, and this guy who's confused. That Happy Gilmore sucks, and they will show the news reporter, and they will show, and they will show the, and they will show the, and they will show the Gulf people who Happy Gilmore did it at the end, and finally they will shoot to make, and then finally they will shoot to make gave who was the villain from the first movie, and now we finally beg to get revenge on Happy Gilmore. But however, even though he was the villain in the first movie, he actually becomes good at the end, and learns to appreciate Happy Gilmore.
You stole my life from me. Why would I want to steal the life of somebody who eats pieces of shit for breakfast?
And in fact, the excellent technique of the movie is actually who annoys Happy Gilmore and even gets arrested at the end. Now I will say that the voice acting in this movie is actually quite good. With the biggest highlight being Adam Sandler as Happy Gilmore, unsurprisingly. But however, when it comes to the characters, while they are not terrible, they are mostly just mediocre. So now, as I said before, that sense. They sense I don't remember much from the first Happy Gilmore, and that it has been 29 years since the original film. I also had no idea what to expect from this. But however, after watching this movie, while it isn't great, it is still mostly okay. Happy Gilmore doing an okay sequel. They did well make her some problems. They did keep it away from being great. Just the weak writing, that little predictable stuff of mediocre characters and mixed humor. It also does have a bunch of things that keep it away from being bad, such as the great visuals, good voice acting, an enjoyable soundtrack, and enjoyable gargle scenes. Now, as for my recommendation, I will say that if you definitely, I will say that if you hate Adam Sandler and the first Happy Gilmore movie, then you will probably not like this one. But however, if you are a fan of the first Happy Gilmore movie, then you are probably likely to enjoy it. And that's why I'm saying that this movie was okay and gets some 6 out of 10. Phew, wait, I've said before, while this movie is indefinitely great, it is still an okay go golf cycle. Wait, Adam Sandler.